Welcome back, everyone. I've upgraded my background. There's now twinkling lights there. And my hair is growing out even more. So now it doesn't look like a comb in a head. It looks really cute, like a 1930s kind of bob. And then my shirt, which I got from a friend. Well, I bought. But anyways, in today's video, we are doing like kind of an Inktober-y kind of theme. We're doing some ink drawings on black paper with some gel pens. I thought that would be cool. I did try and do a prompt list, but I felt that I wasn't really inspired and I was really pushing myself trying to make these drawings, and at the end of the day, when it came down to inking them, I just was not happy with any of the drawings save for a few, and those are the ones I decided to show you guys today. So let's get into that. So we're starting off with one of my original characters that I made way back when I first started doing digital drawing. I can't tell you exactly when, but I want to say it was 2019, maybe 2018. But yeah, I never really gave this character a name, but let's call her Maddie. She's made out of cotton candy, and she has a little spring coil to her, so she bounces around and stuff, and I just thought she was super cute. And I don't know, I really liked her. And I'm really proud of myself that I was able to draw her with only looking at the sketch that I made, or reference sketch, and then inking her out. So if you see me kind of doing like a sketchy look, it's because at certain points I lacked my confidence, lacked in confidence in inking her out. And so if you have ever tried to do any inking, you don't want to do that because then it looks bad. It looks more like a sketchy look, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, if that's the look you're going for when you're doing your inking, that's cool. It's just like for me, I want a more clean look. Anyways, here's Maddie, and I decided to add some little twinkle stars to it with this Jelly Roll white pen, what I thought was white, but then in person you can actually see like a slight sheen to it, but on the camera it's basically useless. So I just added useless sparkles to the drawing. Yay! But yeah, it doesn't get any better, because then I was like, oh okay, well I'll use my Uniball pen. No, the ink in that pen dried out, but then in all fairness, I have had it for a couple years and haven't used it in a while. So I'm not surprised that the ink dried out. At first it was working fine, and then it was just like not having it. So I just had this little thing happened. So I'm gonna move on to the next part of my drawing sequence. I will come back to that one, you'll see what it is, but I finally found a pen that I liked how it showed up on the black paper, and I started to draw this cute little butt ghost. I was using Jelly Roll silver metallic pen, and it has glitter in it. I thought it looked really cute, even though you can't really see the glitters, but you know, just use your imagination. But yeah, I just wanted it to be super cute to make like a little ghost butt, especially be considering that Mr. Butts lives in a butt. So I was like, maybe the butt is angry, maybe it has emotions of why he is living with a raccoon with him, and just draw it out, the emotions. Like what was the relationship like? Like, does he charge him rent? Do they get along? Do they hate each other? Is he mad that they are constantly paired up together? You know, because like essentially, if you have the butt ghost, what happened to the rest of the body? Where is that part? And if so, does that mean that like the butt had a conscience when it was alive? You know, part of the human body. And so there was like two consciousness together in one body. I don't know. Like, these are the kind of questions that I like to think about when I draw my characters. Anyway, so I imagine that if this booty is upset that he has a raccoon living inside him, that he would be upset. And yes, I know the face doesn't make sense because one half of it is practically on the other butt cheek, but who cares? This is a drawing.
I'm angry.
It is not real. It is not anything to do with the real thing. But yes, okay. So now we're gonna draw a Mr. Butts ghost. Because I just thought it would look so cute to draw it, and you know, draw him in ghost form, because I figured eventually Mr. Butts died in the booty, so he's now a ghost. But unfortunately for the butt, he was like, oh thank God, I will be free of him. But no, he just came back as a ghost, and now they're just together for all eternity in the afterlife. Okay, so remember that drawing that I had earlier with that little sad outline with the dried up Uniball pen? So now I'm back to it and I'm drawing this other original character I came up with. This one was again inspired by the prompt list. It just said circus. So I was like, well, how can I make circus spooky or Halloween themed? So I thought I would draw like a ringleader, but using spooky elements. So I gave him a top hat because in my imagination, the ringleader would have a top hat. And then of course gave him the eyes, but his nose, oh my God, his nose was inspired by Zero from Night Before Christmas, which if you haven't seen it, he has a little pumpkin nose, but for the longest time, I actually thought his nose was a little like red glowing circle. I had no idea it was a little jack-o'-lantern, and it's the cutest thing ever. So it is adorable. So I drew that, and then I just felt like, okay, how can I keep this momentum going? Well, then I started thinking more about the opening scene of Night Before Christmas where the ghosts come out and stuff. So then I was like, what if two ghosts made up the ringleader's mustache? So that's what I drew. I drew like the mustache made it with ghosts, and then for like the little twirly part at the end for their tails, I just like do little swirls. And then of course I gave him a mouth so he could talk.
Hello.
So that is the ringleader. And I just thought he was so cute. I don't have a name for him though, so if you guys want to help me come up with a name, please put it in the comments below. I know last time I uploaded the video, for some reason the comments kept getting turned off by YouTube. I think it was because it was being flagged by the bots as me being underage. So a friend of mine suggested putting my age in the description box, so now you guys know how old I am. But yes, so hopefully that doesn't happen this time, because that really sucked. I really wanted to hear what you guys thought of last week's drawing. I didn't hear any suggestions and things like that. But anyways, so here is mostly the ringleader. I still can't think of a name, but for some reason I decided to give him like hair coming out this way. So here's the completed ringleader. Alright, cut page, to the cut page. Okay, so now we are drawing one of my newest favorite characters. Again, this was inspired by another drawing I made in the past. I can't tell you when I made it. I want to say it was sometime this year, but I cannot place a date in my head for the life of me. But anyways, so there's a drawing I made. If you want to go check it out on my Instagram, you can, but you'll have to scroll down a little bit. Basically, it's a duckling with like hairy, manly legs. And so then I was like, okay, what if I made a duck, but with muscular arms? And then the joke could be that his name is Arnie. You don't get it because Arnold Schwarzenegger's nickname is Arnie. No? Okay. Anyways, so yeah, he's like these muscles, and he's Maddie's dad. Don't ask me how that's possible. I don't know how a duck somehow produced a candy baby, no matter who the mom is. But yeah, it makes sense, okay? I mean, like, this duck has human arms. So we're not obviously not in the realm of reality, okay? It's art. It doesn't belong to the same rules. All right, now moving on. Now, we obviously couldn't finish this video without doing a drawing of what Mr. Butts would look like alive. Now, I kind of sketched this out really quickly, and I'm not the proudest of it, but I also thought he looked kind of goofy and derpy, so I left it. I just love his little feet and how silly he looks. And yeah, so that's Mr. Butts when he was alive. Okay, so to do a lineup, here's Maddie and her dad, Arnie. Aren't they adorable? They look so cute. Next, we have the star-crossed lovers. Mr. Butts, or Nigel as I want to call him when he's alive, is in love with Maddie. So, they will make a beautiful couple. And the only reason I thought of making them a couple is because raccoons love to like wash their food. And if you've ever seen that video where like the raccoon like dips the cotton candy into the water before eating it, and then he's like, no, where'd it go? I just thought that would be hilarious and also kind of dark. Hence why like Arnie and the Nigel do not get along about him being together with his daughter, obviously, because she would die. And then here we have our ringleader, who will be the storyteller for next week's video. So come back next week if you guys want to see that story. I really hope to bring it to life the way I'm envisioning it in my head, although I'm probably going way over the top. And yeah, okay. So as a bonus footage, here is Mr. Butts the ghost attempting to go back into his hiding place. And here we go, and swimming, knock knock, hello, Jake, I'm trying to get in here. Okay, maybe take two. Okay, here we go. Nope. So it's not happening. Okay, here, let me help you. I'm opening them butt cheeks. And now I'm struggling to pick up a piece of paper. And we're going at some point. La-da-dee, la-da-da. There we go. We are swimming and we have landed. And except I can't go in because I made the ears too big. And I'm not going to cut off his ears. Ta-da! Okay, so we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not. Some of you aren't. If you want to come back and see next week's video of what I'm going to do. There will be a short story involved, which I think is super cute and I came up with one myself. So I am very happy with it. And yeah, still working on the Twitch thing. I do have a couple people that I have found to make my vision come to life, because for the life of me I cannot figure out why when I do it on Procreate and export it as an animated PNG, it just won't animate in Streamlabs OBS. Have no idea what I'm doing wrong. So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it to somebody who's more experienced than I am in this area. I tried to do it myself, it didn't work. And as Squarespace, I'm gonna do that by myself, but I just have to get the funding involved. So I also don't really see a demand yet for products from me, so it might just go on the back burner for now. But it definitely is something that will be coming out once I see that there's more interest in it. Otherwise, just let me know in the comments below. But other than that, I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining. Bye!